What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to some more Invictus. Today is the fourth event, and it's basically covering a lot of the like the one-offs or like the smaller manufacturers like Consolidated Outlands, Origin, RSI, stuff like that. So it's Smorgasbord Day, so we're gonna see a bunch of a few different manufacturers today, and it's honestly, I'm not even gonna put all the names in the title because there's a lot of them, and I don't feel like spelling all that out because that's a long title. So we will go and check really fast what it is here. We got Consolidated Outlands, Tumbril, Origin Jumpworks, RSI, and Argo. And then since today is Thursday, on Saturday we will have Defense Con, which is Drake Day. Which I'm curious to see. I'm excited about Drake Day, to be honest with you. I don't know why. I just am. The elevators have been kind of wonky for me lately. Dude, if I got stuck in the elevator, I'd be mad. Whoa. Okay. Oh, I almost got stuck in the elevator. Alright. Back to the framey little showroom. By the way, you guys like the Master Cheeks fit? I love me the Master Cheeks fit. So we got a couple new ships that are on sale. One was straight to, I guess, a drivable, and one of them is for concept. Well, we will see what they are here. Oh my lord, the frames. What the F? Why is it? It's probably because of how many freaking ships are here today. I hope it just loads and it kind of smooths out here a little bit, because this is gonna be a pain in the ass. So, in the center, we have the Rovers, Mantis. We have basically all the RSI stuff. Connies, I think the Connies are, oh no, all the Connies right here. Rovers, the Connies, all the RSI stuff, and the hull to our right we have the Mustang Delta and 320, well, the Origin ships, the 325A, the 125A. It's just, I'm pretty sure the only Origin thing here, which is crazy. Like Origin, like they honestly, Origin should not even be freaking talked about during this event, because they're only going to talk about the 325A and the 125A. Like, really? Whatever. But yeah. And then downstairs we have Tumbril and the stuff on the holo tables, and there's a lot of holo tables. So hopefully we can get some smooth-ish frames. But it does not look like it. Oh my lord. So what I'm going to talk about really quick is the RSI Scorpius. Scorpius. Basically, a lot of people's main go-to for heavy fighters, especially for a two-person setup. Just you get 4 size 3 weapons per person. Dope. Flies awesome. Looks awesome. Got 16 size 2 missiles for the pilot. Dope. This thing is just a joy to be in 100% of the time. Over here we have the newly flyable Scorpius Antares. If you're planning on putting 2 people on the ship, your co-pilot is going to be bored. All the co-pilot has is basically you press a button for a QED and you press a button for an EMP. I understand they want the multi-crew stuff to be awesome. That's boring. I don't care what anybody says. But I understand why they did that, because honestly, if you with how fast it is in the straight line and giving the pilot QED and EMP control would be way too overpowered, and also your co-pilot would basically be non-existent. But if you're going to use it as a quote unquote medium fighter, you know, you just stick you in there. You don't have to worry about putting a second person in there unless you're transporting them or picking them up really fast. You don't have to worry about wasting half of your DPS. You still got good maneuverability, still got 16 size 2 missiles, and you've got 4 size 3 weapons. Honestly, if you classify it as a solo medium fighter, this ship's actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, if you want a Scorpius, get the standard Scorpius, like 100%. So, after that, we'll go around here. Oh, so, oh, the Lynx actually does have weapons. So we have the standard Ursa Rover right here. Best land vehicle in the game. Maybe until this thing came out. Why are the wheels all weird? That's weird. But you know, it's easy to get your hands on. You can fit it in practically most ships, and it's just very, 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 very useful. This is the RSI Lynx. It's basically the Ursa Rover, but luxury, whatever. And I'm actually kind of interested in this, so I want to take a walk in it because I have not seen it yet. Ooh. Okay. Obviously doesn't have as many seats, but you know what? I kind of like it. Seats look a little bit better. Cockpit seems about the same. I was interested in getting one of these. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll pick one up, but I can't justify spending real money on ground vehicles just yet in this game. I just don't. Not until there's more there. But this looks like there's still a little bit more utility. You got 4 jump seats in it. Looks like you still have your... looks like this might actually be a cargo grid. And you have a back ramp, side door, and stuff like that. So honestly, from my first impressions, not even driving the Lynx, I actually think I'd still go with the regular Ursa. Lynx looks cool. If I had like a 400i or something like that, I'd pair it with that, or even with the Constellation Phoenix. But I don't know. Ursa's good enough for me. We'll go over here and then wrap around. Here we have the flying coffin. No, it's the I think this is the Aurora LN. I don't really know what to say about the Aurora, to be honest. I've done one video on an Aurora, and I hated my whole time with it. They fly like crap, in my opinion. Like it's a really, especially if you're like going on looking at the other Aurora variants, they're really like a great entry point into Star Citizen. But I guarantee you, if you're flying any kind of Aurora, doesn't matter if it's this one or any of the other variants, you're gonna want to upgrade your ship within a week. So I mean, personally, yeah, this thing does have a bed, so it's got a little bit more use, and I think it's also got some exterior cargo. It's got a little bit more use than a Mustang, but honestly, I think if you're only looking to spend $45 on the game, get the Mustang. That's just me. Especially since the cargo on the Mustang Alpha actually works now. So, there's not much for me to scoff at on the Aurora. I mean, it's got 4 size 1 guns. This version actually has some beefier missiles to it, but other than that, that's honestly about it. So, now we got the Constellations. If you really think about it, all the Constellations are pretty much the same with very minor differences between all of them. So right here we are looking at the Constellation Andromeda. Right next to it is the Constellation Taurus. The third one is the Constellation Aquila, or however you pronounce it. That's actually my favorite one, mainly because of the flight deck. The view is it's better than the other 3. Not much better, but it's better. It's faster, straight line, and it also has more hydrogen fuel than the others. So that's why I sacrificed some missiles from the Andromeda, and a turret, but I don't really care about that. And then the fourth one is the luxury variant. That is the Constellation Phoenix, which honestly I debated on getting at one point, but I was like, nah, I'll just get an Origin ship if I want some luxury. I don't really care. So that's how the 600i happened, by the way. So yeah, the Constellation Andromeda, the one I'm looking at right here, is the gunship variant. It's got the most missiles. I think it comes, it's like 20 size 2s, 24 size 1s, I think. I might be wrong with those numbers, but they're 20-ish. You got like 40-ish missiles on the Andromeda. It's a lot of firepower, and you got 2 dual size 3-man turrets, which is really nice, especially if you're multi-crewing. Like having 2 gunners like that on a ship that's pretty nimble for the size. It's a win. This is definitely the best constellation in the game. It's just not my favorite because of the differences that the Aquila has. But it definitely is the best constellation in the game. Over here, this is the Taurus. You lose your missiles, or you lose like half your missiles on this thing, and you lose one of the turrets for a tractor beam. But this has the most. Oh, sorry, I'm like trying to hold back a hiccup. It has the most SCU out of all the constellations. This thing has, I think, a little over 100. I think it's actually got like 100 and it's got a lot. I almost want to say it doubles the SCU, but I could be wrong. But it's definitely a big upgrade of the amount of SCU over the other variants. So that's pretty much what this is. You know, it's the cargo variant. It's got a larger cargo bay, and you lose your snub fighter. All of the constellations have a snub fighter on them except the Taurus. The Aquila and the Andromeda have a Kruger Merlin. The Phoenix comes with an Archimedes. Over here is the Aquila or Aquila or whatever, however you pronounce it. Like I said, this one is my favorite because of the rounded canopy, and it's faster in a straight line. It does unfortunately not have the best starting loadout out of the 4, but honestly, buying rhinos at some point in the game is pretty basic, so it's not that big of a deal to me. But I lose half my missile complement, I lose a turret, but I actually have, it's more of a scanning turret or whatever, so once that's functional, that'll come in handy. But it's got more hydrogen fuel because you need more range, and it's faster in a straight line because this is the Constellation's exploration vessel. And over here is the Constellation Phoenix, the luxury vessel, the luxury touring vessel or whatever. It has the least amount of SCU. I think it actually caps out at like 40 something, 50 something. But it's got a really nice looking like luxury like cabin. You know, you got some like queen size beds, you got a hot tub in there that's actually right now stuck in the floor, you got a bar, you know, you got some comfy looking like seats like you're flying first class. It's really cool. And like I said, I considered getting this, but then I was like, I'll just get an Origin ship, and that's how the 600i happened. So, but still a great ship nonetheless. Honestly, all the Constellations are great ships, all of them. They really are. The Constellations have held up for years from what I've understand, and from what I've heard, it's always been a fan favorite. I will always take one over like a Drake or a Cutlass or whatever, but the Aquila is the one I would definitely take. But they are in desperate need of a rework because of the flight deck and a couple other things. The flight deck is honestly the biggest thing in my opinion, especially with the design language of the like the cockpit of the Mantis and the Scorpius and stuff like that. Just get rid of those struts, man. I used to say that the struts were like not the biggest deal in the world, but oh my god, now the longer I've played the game, I'm like, get this shit out of my face. I don't want it. So, and here is the RSI Mantis. It is an interdiction ship. The biggest thing about this ship is that it's got a really good QED quantum enforcement device. It could stop people from from running away and jumping into quantum, but it can also pull players out of quantum. This, as of right now, this is the only ship in the game that can pull players out of quantum, so you can interdict them that way, which is really cool. A lot of people were afraid that the Antares was going to be able to do that as well, basically making this ship, the Mantis itself, useless. But fortunately, that's not the case, because I did not want to see the Mantis useless, because the Mantis is a really cool ship. I don't personally own one. I've never really flew it all that much. I tried making a video on it. I don't remember if the video ever happened or not. But it's definitely one of the most unique looking ships in the game, and honestly, it's got a really cozy interior. Like, we can hop in there really fast. Go up. Go. There we go. Yeah, it's got a really cozy interior. Very, very, very simple. You got a bed right here to log out in. And you got a little, like, food processor and stuff like here. Stuff, like, right there and stuff. You know, it's a very, very simple but very, very cozy. And honestly, like, if you take a seat here, and I'm sorry about the frames. The frames are just not smoothing out on my end. I don't know what the hell's going on. But it's got such a great view. Like, this ship doesn't deserve to be useless. So I'm glad this is still the only ship that has a snare. So can you let me out of my ship now? See this? Ooh. I'm pretty sure I'm getting like 25 frames right now. There we go. Holy cow. Let's check. Yeah. Oh my god. Those frames are awful. You see that? That is bad. That's like unplayable. Oh my lord. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. Did I press the wrong button? Yeah, I don't want to look at that. Let's go downstairs and check out the holo tables and stuff while we were getting 10 frames a second. Oh my god. I don't think those are true frames because I remember getting 10 frames a second and it wasn't. It was more choppy than this, but this is choppy. So this sucks. I want to go back out to space. Oh brother. Oh, all the cyclones right there. You know how I said the Ursa's the best land vehicle in the game? The Ursa's the most practical land vehicle in the game. My favorite land vehicle in the game I'm staring at right now, and this is the Tumbril Nova. It's a tank. It's got a cannon. It does big booms, and tanks are cool. It's as simple as that. And it's actually a very, very, very fun to drive. Like, really fun to drive. I love it. And here we have all the Cyclones, which I basically call Star Citizens Warthogs. Different kind of Warthogs. They're pretty, like, if you really think about it, they're pretty much the same. There's no enclosed, like, kind of driver's seat or anything like that. They're all 3 seats. You got some kind of weaponry on the back, and you got a passenger seat that can probably shoot. I don't know if you can actually shoot out of the passenger seat in this game. And then you have the driver. They're literally Warthogs and Star Citizen. That's all they really are. There's a bunch of differences on them. But this one is pretty much the best, to be completely honest with you, because this one only has missiles. This one only has a Gatling gun. I believe this one has an EMP, which is kind of useless. But then you get this one with missiles and a gun. So, you know, why get the other two? I don't know. But either way, Star Citizens Warthogs, cool. I know I'm trying to blow by a lot of stuff today. It is almost midnight, and I am trying to get this done because I'm tired. And I've been trying to get another video done all day, and 30Ks and stuff like that keep happening, and it's pissing me off. So, oh, and it's been a long day. Today was my son's birthday. He turned 7 today, and that's why it's been a long day, because we had tons of fun today. What is that? Argo SRV? Industrial Civilian? What the hell? When it comes to getting the job done, Argo doesn't mess around. From simple freight and cargo towing to harrowing search and rescue operations, the SRV handles whatever you can throw at it. The bespoke tractor system utilizes an innovative plate and arm combination, allowing for effortless solo use as well as precision team towing for bigger jobs. Your crew and passengers stay safe to thanks to durable shields. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. Durable shields and heavy duty armor that keep the cockpit and components secure when a situation gets hairy. Oh, so it's a tow truck. It's a space tow truck. Okay. Probably not something I'd be messing with. But it's a space tow truck, and that's cool. What are you? Are you the... Oh, you're the Polaris. Yep, you're the Polaris. It is a Corvette. That's a torpedo boat. The Polaris is a nimble Corvette-class capital ship that packs a powerful punch with a full armament of turrets and torpedoes intended for use as both a naval patrol ship and to serve as the flagship of militia operations. The Polaris has the capacity to perform search and rescue operations, light strike missions, and general security patrols. The Polaris includes the facilities to repair, rearm, and refuel a single fighter, light bomber, or support ship. Part of me I still really want a Polaris, but a ship this big, I will not be able to maintain. Especially since I'm primarily by myself. I honestly think the biggest ship I'm going to be able to maintain myself is a Carrack. And that's stretching it. I want one of these because I know I can hold a Saber in the hangar bay. And 28 size 10 torpedoes is, oh my god. But I don't know how I'm going to be able to maintain it, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure Darth and a couple other people in the org have a Polaris already, or have capital ships already. So I don't necessarily need one. I would love one, but I don't necessarily need one. So we'll see what happens in the future. We'll leave it at that. And over here, this is the Perseus. This is basically a battleship. You know, if you think about like World War II battleships, this is that in space. That's pretty much what that is. Okay. Ah, crap. Hold, exit so I can actually properly read. So the RSI Perseus, it's a gunship. When RSI set out to make a definitive modern statement and in persuasive prevention, they looked into their own past to the historic gunships designed or designated Perseus, capable of shredding subcapital class Goliaths. The mere presence of a Perseus gunship in a blockade or patrol squad is enough to make your most aggressive enemies think twice before engaging. Just like its vintage namesake. Yeah, big battleship with big guns. Cool, totally cool. Kind of gives me Star Destroyer-esque vibes, especially with how the hangar is, or not the hangar, the bridges up here. I think it's kind of cool. Not my cup of tea. Honestly, it is kind of my cup of tea. Just not what I'm looking for in a ship that size. I believe these are the Ranger. Yeah, are these the Ranger bikes? This is something that I need. 100%. When these Ranger bikes become flyable or drivable, that's when I'll spend money on a ground vehicle. I want to read the damn thing, but there's people... Move your damn finger. Oh. Alright. The Tumbrel land systems. Oh, the Rangers. So with a powerful frame, proprietary X-Tech adaptive tread tires, and reactive response precision steering and braking, the Tumbrel Ranger lets you embrace the renegade spirit of the open road while staying thoroughly grounded. But adventure doesn't always go to plan. So the Ranger TR comes equipped with dual weapon mounts to make sure they're more than covered. And that is the one I'll probably get. Is the one with all the guns on it. But we need them bikes. And here's the new one, the new announcement that they're running their first concept sale on. This is the Tumbrel Storm. It's pretty much an LAV, from what I understand. It's a single seat combat vehicle, light armored vehicle, like an LAV. So let's read a little bit on it because I know nothing about it. A Tumbrel Storm. Tumbrel land systems focused on combat, Originally introduced in 2606 during the Second Tavaran War, the Tumbrel Storm's single-operator mini-tank was built to blitz battlefields and take out enemy artillery. Reimagined from the ground up to be faster, stronger, and more impactful than ever, the latest Storm is a true force of nature, well suited to their frenetic landscape of modern warfare. Thing's cool. I will get one in game when it's flyable and viable in game. Like I said, right now I just don't justify buying land vehicles with real money. I just can't. There's not enough to do with them for me to actually justify spending the money on them. But and over here is, I believe, oh, it's the Origin X whatever. Right? Can you, hey suit, move your ass. The Origin G12A. The G12A combines military might with Origin's unique approach to high-end engineering, designed for all offensive ground-based operations. It's the ideal partner for long-range perimeter patrols. Can you move your freaking hand? You rude mofo. Come on. Perimeter patrols, intercepting assailants, and exploring dangerous new locales. Hey, dude. I can't read, so if I can read that faster than you can, you got problems. I'm sorry. And to be honest with you, it looks like a cyclone. It's just an enclosed cyclone. That's what it looked like to me. I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in that at all. So let's run up. Oh man, this one's got a lot. So now we are on the right, like, atrium, I guess we can call it. So we'll start off with like the I don't know. We'll start off with the Argo cargos. Great little, not really, in my opinion. I'm sure they have their uses. I have yet to find one, but it's the Argo cargo. It's basically a snub ship. Doesn't have a quantum drive. It's meant to be paired with another ship, like the Argo Mole or something like that. It's meant to be paired with another ship. Specifically here, I think what they're showing is the personnel, like dropship variant, because of Invictus being in combat stuff. So it's the MPUV personnel. And honestly, it might be really, really awesome for like a quiet drop. How many dudes can fit in that? 8? Drop 8 dudes off really fast and go for a small little strike team. I can see it. I can see how dope that is. So yeah, just a little ship, no quantum drive. By the way, you saw the 400i up on the screen? Why are you showing the 400i when you're not showing the 400i during Invictus? Come on. I know it's not a combat ship, technically, or a military ship, but like, come on. Like, I genuinely wanted to buy one of these today. But let's be honest with you, CIG was like, yo, one nut, you spent too much money. Stop. Especially since I just got the Carrack, so we're cool. Even though that I was working up to that for a while, I think I spent like $50 this week on that. By the way, the Fury got melted pretty quick. It's just I was able to fit something else in the Carrack, and you guys will see that in the next video. But here are the only 2 Origin ships, or flyable Origin ships, they are showcasing during Invictus. We have the 125A and the 325A. 325A was actually my first dedicated combat ship. At the time when I first started this game, I was looking for a ship that can basically do a little bit of everything to help me introduce to the game, but I was starting to lean into more of a focus of combat, but I didn't want to quite give up like a bed and the amenities and stuff like that. And I ended up picking up a 300i and then upgraded it to, or from a Titan to a 300i, upgraded it to the 325A, and the 325A turned into a Cuddy Black. But this was my first kind of taste of do a little bit of everything, but more of a focus on combat. And I loved it at first, but after using it, the reason why I switched over to a Cuddy Black is because this thing is very, 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 very fragile. I know I say the Cuddy Black is made out of paper. I don't think that's the case anymore, because those NPC Cuddy Blacks lately have been tanky sons of bitches. But this one, I mean, your shields go down, you take a little bit of damage to the wings, you lose mobility and weaponry, you're pretty much dead in the water. And yeah, I am one of those people that say stop looking at glaring issues. It's just, it happens so frequently for me that I just was done with the ship. I like the fact that the 300 series on the RSI store, you can freely customize and customize your starting loadout, and paint and interior and all that. I like that. And it's got really nice amenities like a bed. It's got a locker, weapons rack. It's also got a kitchenette that where you can pick out like a speaker system, a coffee maker, a food processor. Like it really sets the bar for a customization of your ships at some point. And I really like that. It's just, I want to see it in other ships because I don't really necessarily want to fly this thing anymore. I've thought about it. I've thought about doing another video on it and revisiting it, and every time I do it, I just don't have a good time. But the origin ship that out of these two that I would fly, and I am thinking about sticking in my Carrack, is the 125A. I have fit one of these in a Carrack before, and that is why I'm thinking about sticking it in my Carrack. But I have another ship that I actually have in my Carrack right now, and it's awesome. But the 125A is a great starter ship, especially if you want to get a little bit more of a taste in combat. The 100 series are underrated starter ships, but great starter ships nonetheless. You get a little bit of cargo, you get a better log out, and you get a really sleek, narrow design that honestly you can't beat. The only other ship I think I would take over this is the Pisces. Yeah, the Avenger's cool, it's got more guns. But there's just something about the look of this ship that is great. Not to mention, you can stay out a lot longer in this thing because these little vents right here kind of help with, like, we'll call it fuel economy. You know, they kind of generate a little bit of fuel while you're flying. So it's really nice. You only get 2 size 3 weapons on this, on the 325A, or the 125A specifically. I'm not sure. I think you can still go up to size 3s on the other two, but I'm not 100% sure. The thing that's nice about this is it carries 6 size 2 missiles. Throw 6 rattlers on this thing, and this thing is a lot of fun to take out and do bounties with. Yeah, you're not going to be the most powerful thing, but it's still a ton of fun. And that is why I really enjoy this thing. This thing is really nice. It's got a little closet, and here you kind of crouch, hide stuff in. Yeah, it's a little bit of cargo. But it's a cool little ship, and it comes in black, man. You can't argue with that. Black is awesome. Over here is the Mustang I would go with. Actually, no, I take that back. I actually do prefer the Beta because it's got a bed in it. But other than that, oh, there we go. The Mustang Delta is, in my opinion, the best Mustang because of its combat focus. And honestly, the Mustangs just look good. The Mustangs look good. Like, they're great starter ships. They look so much better than the Aurora. They fly so much better than the Aurora. They just... You can't go wrong with the Mustang. Unfortunately, you cannot take these rocket pods off the Delta, but other than that, they're really nice. These are... I believe these are size 2s. Let me see. Somebody said the ships right now are defaulted to missile mode. So we got Badgers M4As. So yeah, we got 4 size 2 guns on this thing, which is not something that... It's the same amount of DPS as the Fury does. And it's got a quantum drive. So the only thing that sucks is I can't fit it in the Carrack. That's it. And it's for 2 reasons. It's too long and the wings go up. But if I could fit it in the Carrack, this would be the ship I put my Carrack. I'm not even gonna lie. This would be the ship I put my Carrack if I could put it in there. Mustang Delta is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna wrap things up here. That was Smorgasbord Day with Consolidated Outlands Origin with 2 ships. What a joke. Origin, RSI, and Argo and Tumbril. So far, my least favorite day. I'm gonna be honest with you there. Yeah, the hollow tables really showed a lot. It definitely had the most hollow tables out of the other ones, and that's what I'm really interested in, looking at ships that I can't have my hands on just yet. But not my favorite day so far. Especially, I am disappointed. Like, I understand that Origin isn't all like combat focused, but I am disappointed in the fact that Origin only is really showcasing 2 things that we can actually fly right now, and that's a shame. And relatively entry levels at that, like sub $100 in a pledge store. Like the 325A I think is like $60, and depending on options you get, or no, the 125A is like $60, and depending on options, I think the 325A goes a little bit past 80, depending on what you get on it or whatever. Like, very, very entry level ships. So, but when we come back for more Invictus, it'll be Defense Con, which is Drake Day. That stuff I'm really interested in. I'm hoping they show everything, because I think there might be a Drake ship I want to buy that day. And it's between 2 Cutlasses. It's either the Cutlass Red or the Cutlass Blue. I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of want to get back in the Cutlass, because I am hearing, especially from you guys in the comments, that, oh, look at that, a 30K. Woo! But yeah, especially with you guys in the comments saying, like, if you can get really good with those VTOL thrusters, you can get some insane maneuverability out of a Cutlass. But we'll see. I'm basically going to be renting both of them and seeing what I like. I've flown the Cuddy Blue before, never flown the Cuddy Red before. But I'm going to rent both of them, see what I like, and maybe pull the trigger on one of them. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to wrap things up here. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, go ahead, leave a like, hit that subscribe button. And I'm not going to do the, hey, you guys don't 83. I'm not going to do that today. I feel like shit when I do that. I've done it twice, and I'm like, dude, like, am I really being that guy right now? So I'm not going to fucking do that. So I will see you guys in the next video and around the verse. Alrighty, have a good one.